Said is like a lot of our kids, I may go see a kid, but I watch the game. I watch everybody. A lot of times if I try to position myself where I can see two courts at one time because you never see, I mean, you're out evaluating, you never know what you're going to see. So I may look at another court while another game's going on, and if I have a position in mind, I may see if there's something on that court or a kid on that court that might pique my interest. And I may ask a question about him. If he's really good, he's already probably committed, or if he may be an underclassman, whatever. But I saw Sid first at a tournament where the Arizona Cardinals play. I don't remember the name of that building. It's where the football team plays. They had about 10 courts set up. I went out to watch a couple of kids that had been recruiting, and I happened to see this big kid. He was, you could tell he was 6'10-ish, but he was big and strong, developed. So I just made a note to inquire about him. And actually, I had sent the information on and had somebody get me the information back before the game even ended. So we started recruiting him that day. I liked him. Then I saw him again at another tournament, and then I saw him again at another tournament. And the unique thing about him was he didn't even start on his AAU team, which neither here nor there with me. One of my favorite players I've ever coached was Ernie Abercrombie. A kid from Aldine High School in Houston that went to Weatherford Junior College. He's 6'3.5", about 250. Started at the four for me for 2 years at Oklahoma at 25 and 22 against Eric Dampier, Mississippi State. 25 points, 22 rebounds. So you never know when you're going to find a kid that piques your interests. But Seth's only been playing basketball 3.5 years. So he's going to be a late bloomer. We see him as a development kid. We have a plan for every kid we sign. We kind of know what his initial part of his journey is going to look like. So it just needs to keep working and developing. One of the things that, and I don't tell every kid this, but the only piece of advice I told Seth is I said, be careful. And I told his people this. I said, be careful about choosing a school. Don't choose a school, choose a coaching staff, because that's going to be critical in his development. Choose a coaching staff that has a track record with player development, can get him better. Don't choose the name of a school or the name of a conference or how many NBA players that guy's put in. That has nothing to do with you and your development. You've got to be very fundamental about your choice here. So, but I think that piece of advice resonated with his circle. But Seth was heavily recruited. There's a lot of people that looked ahead Seth. He's 6'10", 250-pound kid. That's, sky's the limit for this kid. He's going to be really good. And that's an area that, we've always been good with our committee of five. Instead of focusing on a great player, we've always focused on depth in that position. And we're excited about the direction that JVA is going. Francis, he's developing. We've got Jacob McFarland coming in. We've got Seth coming in. And we'll put them in the pipeline and work with them and develop them. And all three of those kids eventually going to be really good players. But they give us length and size and athleticism at the 5 spot for a long time to come.